this for someone out there. When people show you who they are, you know what you should do? Believe them. Believe them. Please believe who they are when they show you. Don't think twice about it. Don't continue to deal with these people in a matter of you being courteous, having compassion. No, know who they are because they've shown you who they are. And, understand that in this life, you only get one. So if you only get one, make sure you take your time to check out the people around you. Comiesha Monica, everybody. And this message is for someone out there. Welcome to the Las Vegas Tribune News, local news, and online music and entertainment. My name is Comiesha Monica. Everybody, if you ain't here, you ain't nowhere. Now, I'm back with another show. Well, this week, I learned a couple value lessons. Not a couple, maybe one good one. If somebody comes to you and tells you about someone else, and they sat there and had the conversation with them about you, throw them out with the bathwater too if they didn't defend you and call themselves your friend. It's as simple as that. And that might be a little harsh, but it'll save you a lot of trouble over the duration of your friendship with these people if you choose to still have one. I mean, I understand that we all operate in manners based on what we've been through, who we deal with currently in the present, and how far we want to go into the future. But you don't need those type of distractions, and you can do without them. All right, everybody, let's get on with the show. That's just my free 2 cents, or 2 cents for free, something like that. I don't know. Eminem said it somebody said it some kind of way. Now, on with the show. Have you guys heard of the escape room? Okay, that's here in Vegas. So if you're coming to Las Vegas, you might not necessarily want to go to a bar or a lounge, but there's fun things that you can do when you're here. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the escape room. Okay, they say players, you have to use your wits. You have to solve clues, codes, puzzles, just to get out of these different type of rooms that are set up. So it's kind of like a maze. Have you ever been a kid and went to like not a carnival? Yeah, a carnival. And then they have that glass room and you got to kind of make your way through the maze and get to the other end. Well, check this out. Some of the rooms in the escape room are called the cabin, the shed, watch house, Susie's cell, chained, and this last one, I got bad handwriting, everybody. Something about like Little Red Riding Hood. I'm not sure, but I don't know what I wrote there. But you know the point. That's somewhere you could take a date, or you can go with a group of friends, and I guess you'll find out how smart all your friends are once you go through this, because this thing is it's not for the people with for no offense, but low IQs. And trust me, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I know what puzzles, codes, and that's a whole nother ball game, All right, everybody. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty of the show. Social updates. First one I got. This comes from the Business Insider. 48,500-year-old virus was discovered. What? And it was discovered in permafrost. That's crazy. And it's still found to be infectious. But here's what I don't understand. Why would you bring this thing back to life? I don't know. Somebody got to give me some answers here. Because you got to make it make sense. Well, here's a fact about it. It's the longest frozen virus to become infectious, and is identified in none other than Siberia. Can you say, wow? The name for this virus? Okay, I might butcher this, but let me give you a little bit. It's called Pandora virus Yedoma. I don't know this. I don't know if it's related to Pandora's box. I really don't know. But I'm starting to get, my spidey senses are starting to go up, and I don't know what that means for the world when a virus from 48,500 years old is brought back to life. Okay, let me get away from that because and by the way, the nickname for it, don't get mad at me, get mad at the scientists. It's called zombie virus. Moving on. All right. When you think of the stock exchange, what do you think of? You probably think of futures contracts, people making a lot of money, people losing a lot of money, and then we hear about all the people who commit suicide after these hedge funds, and that's no dig at anybody who's committed suicide. That's just some of the things that you hear around stock investments. Well, I'm here to tell you, there's a new commodity on the market. It's not new. It's been on the market since 2020, but I think everybody in the world should be concerned about this. I'm not saying it's a bad thing or a good thing. I just don't know why it is. Something that we all need every single day of our lives. It's not oil. It's not gold. It's none other than water. Water is on the stock exchange. Why? Why? Who thought of this? Who thought of this? With the vast amount of oceans in the world, Earth, meaning Earth, being over 60%, 70% water? Why on earth would you put a necessity like water on the stock exchange? I don't know, but you know what? I'm getting my coins ready to invest. How about that? I'm not gonna act so righteous about it. I'm concerned, but your girl can use a few dollars too. Okay, next, number three. This comes from the porn industry. The porn industry, and right now we do have a convention here. I think this weekend. That's at Resort World. Surprisingly enough, I think there's a porn convention at Resort World this week. So if you're in town, you might want to stop by. If that's what you're into, no judgment pass here. Trust me on that. Well, anyway, I came across this and I thought it was really interesting that porn, according to Pornhub, a new porn film is created in the United States every 39 minutes. Excuse me. Every 39 minutes. And according to Pornhub, one of the web's largest porn sites, porn watching sessions are, on average, 10 minutes and 39 seconds. You hear that 39? There's a correlation there. The UK is second, and Germany is sliding in at third. Well, I think you guys want to know that because I don't think this industry is going anywhere anytime soon. And I'm no hater, but the truth is, I thought 10 minutes was too long. Anyways, moving on to the state of Black American culture. I'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Edgar Alejandro. I'm the co-founder of Rising Again Productions. So we've been here in Vegas producing films for the past couple of years, and we've seen our fair share of studios. We worked in our fair share of studios, and to be honest, WWDBTV has been our favorite by far. John is so welcoming. The space is wonderful. It's perfect for what we need. We've had rehearsals here, we've had callbacks here, we've had table reads here. So if you're a Vegas creative, or really just a creative coming into Vegas, definitely check out this space, chat with John. I think you'll find that this studio has everything that you'll need as well.
mean, John is so good at what he does. Like, he brought me, if you guys could have saw how he just brought me in, you'd be totally jealous. Thank you, John, for that pump up. All right, everybody. All right, everybody. We're heading into the state of Black American culture. Now, there was a question posed to me this week that I thought, I went and had dinner with some friends, right? We're all hanging out at the country club, sitting in, overlooking the strip. And the question was asked to me this week, what do you consider yourself? African American? Black American? American? And the strangest thing happened in that moment. I felt I had to ponder the question. It didn't come natural for me to identify myself. That was really intriguing to me with such a, what sounds like a simple question, but it is a lot that is packed into it. And when I didn't answer immediately, because at that point, I'm sitting in a room and that answer may dictate a lot of people's perception in that room on where I stand. And it's not necessarily that, but you're talking about a culture who does not, well, some of us, I can't speak for all of us, some of us do not know our direct connection to our roots. So when you pose a question like that, first off, I live in America, so that's my nationality, American. However, the culture that I identify with is also American culture. But there are norms and social ideas and how we operate, whether or not we're going to put raisins in our potato salad or not. This is part of the identity of what I believe. Let me say this right. Black American culture is when you identify how we operate. Now, I got a little education on where the word Africa actually came from. So it wasn't one developed by the own people of Africa. It was developed by the Romans. So with that being said, and you know, this is just someone giving me a little history and then reading and going, searching the web and searching about like maybe 5 to 6 sources and coming out with the same answer, that the Romans created the word Africa based on a small region that they were visiting or in or maybe even conquering. I don't know. And then as they traveled down south, they continued to use the word, and before we knew it, the entire continent of different tribes and really different cultures, if you break down the norms of each country, may be different. You know, I don't know for a fact, but based on what I read, it seems like there are some differences. And of course, you're going to have this underlining foundation with the differences on top. Well, I didn't really get to the bottom of that question, but I walked away understanding that, hell, do I need to identify as anything? I'm actually tired of overthinking it. Why should I have to identify as anything? Why can't I just be a goddamn human being? That's just the way I felt about it. And in the future, if you hear me call myself Black American, African American, American, or anything, I just want to say, at this point, just go ahead and go with it, because I'm just tired of being identified as anything. Just treat me with respect and I'll treat you with respect. Can it be that simple? And that's it for the state of Black American culture. Now moving on to who got... All right, everybody, this is some serious... Ooh, this... One, we must ask ourselves, what is going on here? 2, is the actions justified? And 3, is this even real? Well, somewhere over in Krasnodar, Russia, okay? Putin, don't come after me, okay? But this is what happened in Krasnodar, Russia. A couple, Natalia Baksheva and her husband, 35-year-old Dmitry Bakshev. Now, I don't know why he don't got an A behind his name, but when I read the article from the Washington Post / Las Vegas Review Journal, this is what they had. Okay? Well, they call them the cannibal couple. 2018, this story coming back from the past to the future. 2018. Now, some construction workers were over in this country and they found a cell phone on the pavement. And someone picks up the cell phone, decides to go through it. I guess they forgot about, locking their phone. And they go through the photos and they find a photo of a human head. What? What? So you go from repairing a road to finding a phone with pictures of a human head in it. Okay. Now, they were able, because of technology, they were able to trace back to the owners of the phone, and that's how they got back to Natalia and Dmitry. It might be said a little different in Russia, but today here in America, it said Dmitry. Well, it looks like the couple was arrested, and they are responsible for 30 missing people in a city of 750,000. Supposedly, allegedly, the husband admitted to this number, and when they went to search the house, they found photos that dated back to 1999. Yo was eating people for that long. This is now that's what in the now. I think they had frozen meat parts in the kitchen. They were in saline. They also had a dormitory. So they were dismembering these people and eating them, allegedly. Well, I'm going to end that right there because I'm damn near about to vomit. Everybody, I'll be right back. I'll be right back with Network Music World Artist Song in the 21st Century. I gotta go, everybody. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. It's me, President Trump, here in the Oval Office. You know what? There's so much fake news that today I want to bring you some good news, some tremendous news, such fantastic news. I'm bursting. I just have to tell you about WWDBTV. This company is incredible. They're better than anybody else. If you need anything put on video, anything at all, from a concert to a wedding to a showroom presentation, these guys can do it. And they have a tremendous studio too. They can actually make the studio look like the White House. Isn't that amazing? And they do it better than anybody else. And they do it with styles. Get it? With styles. It's an inside joke, but you'll appreciate it later. So make sure when you need something put on videotape, call them. WWDBTV. You'll be so happy. It's going to be huge.
Network Music World Artists Song in the 21st Century goes to Network Music World Artists Song in the 21st Century goes to with lyrics like, I bet you got it twisted. You don't know who to trust. So many player hate trying to sound like us. But I'm about to set the record straight. Oh, okay. Label, Interscope Records and Death Row. Debuted at #1 on both the U.S. Billboard 200 and U.S. Top R&B and Hip Hop albums. A legend. Certified diamond. Network Music World Artists Song in the 21st Century goes to produced by, and this is the entire album, Suge Knight, Tupac, DJ, I think that's Battle Cat, if I'm not correct. They had Bobcat, but I think it's Battlecat. DJ Quick, DJ Pooh, Devontae Swang, Daz Dillinger, Dr. Dre, Johnny J, Mike Mosley, QD3, Rick Rock, and Doug Rashid. This hot album comes from none other than the legend, Tupac Shakur. Thank you for your contributions to music, and you are our network music world artist, song, and let's say album of the 21st century. Life is good. It gets better with music. And now, I'll be right back for our closing thoughts.
Introducing See Us Now Staffing, led by yours truly, Laura Nowlin. As the founder and president, I bring over 17 years of expertise in sourcing for talent, building winning teams of professionals, marketing, and workforce development. At See Us Now Staffing, we're not just a staffing agency. We're your strategic partner in building a winning team of professionals for your business. My passion for community service extends to connecting entrepreneurs with local resources. Recognized by the Small Business Administration as the 2022 Nevada Family-Owned Business of the Year, we're not just changing the workforce landscape, we're defining it.
Before I go, a thought just crossed my mind. As we continue to grow and develop as humans, what is our end goal? Really? Is it to be identified so we're boxed in? Or is it for us to continue to express ourselves like Tupac did, artists do? Are we really free to do that? And will we continue to be free to do that and move along and not have to really be grouped by anything? But understand that certain groups, we express ourselves certain ways. So I keep in mind, and I want everybody out there to keep in mind, that we all are different and like different things. But there can be commonalities that we can utilize to make the world a better place. And at some point, when are we all going to just see each other as human beings? I don't know. Hopefully, we'll figure it out or get about the business of figuring it out really soon. And that's it. That's all. Until we meet again. I'll see you next week. All right, everybody. Deuces.